Welcome back to another video. Imagine this. You're cruising down an open highway, the wind rushing past, the deep rumble of a legendary machine beneath you. But this isn't just any ride. This is power, heritage, and craftsmanship all rolled into one. Today, we're diving into the 2025 Royal Enfield Classic, a motorcycle that doesn't just take you places, it takes you back in time while keeping you firmly ahead of the curve. Before we begin, let me ask you something. Have you ever made a financial decision that you regretted? Maybe it was a car, a gadget, or something that felt exciting in the moment but turned into an expensive mistake. If so, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know whether the 2025 Royal Enfield Classic is a wise investment or just another luxury that drains your wallet. Now, picture this. You're at a red light. The guy next to you is revving his generic sports bike, but as the light turns green, all eyes are on you. Not because you're the fastest, but because you're riding something timeless, something with a presence. The 2025 Classic embodies that old-school charm with modern-day reliability, featuring an upgraded engine, enhanced comfort, and cutting-edge tech. But here's the real question. Does it justify the price tag? More importantly, is this the kind of purchase that aligns with your goal of financial freedom? Let's get into it. First up, performance. The new Classic comes with a refined 650cc twin-cylinder engine, smooth, torquey, and capable of long-distance touring without breaking a sweat. But here's where it gets interesting. Unlike other bikes in this category, Royal Enfield has maintained that raw, mechanical feel. You feel the machine working beneath you, and that connection. It's rare these days. But let's be real, does nostalgia alone make a bike worth your hard-earned money? More on that in a second. Next, let's talk about comfort and ride quality. The redesigned suspension ensures a plush ride, even on uneven roads. The ergonomics have been tweaked, making it a dream for both city commutes and long highway rides. But let's hit pause here. Because a comfortable ride is one thing, but what about long-term ownership? Are you buying a piece of history that appreciates in value, or are you signing up for high-maintenance costs that chip away at your wealth? That's what we need to unpack next. Maintenance. Now, this is where most people hesitate. You might be wondering, will this bike become a financial burden? Here's the good news. Enfield has drastically improved reliability. The 2025 Classic is built to last, and parts are widely available. But here's where smart financial thinking comes in. If you maintain it well, a Royal Enfield can hold its value far better than many Japanese or European competitors. In fact, certain older models have even appreciated in value. So, if you play your cards right, this isn't just a motorcycle, it's an investment. But let's be real for a second. How does this bike make you feel? There's a reason some of the wealthiest people in the world still prefer classic motorcycles. It's not about showing off, it's about experience. The 2025 Classic isn't for the guy who needs to prove something. It's for the one who knows he's already made it, or at least, is on his way there. But don't let that sentimentality fool you. If you don't have the financial discipline to make smart purchases, even the best investments can turn into liabilities. So before you rush to the dealership, there's one more thing you need to consider. Resale value. Here's where things get really interesting. Unlike mass-produced sport bikes that lose nearly half their value in a few years, a well-maintained Royal Enfield Classic can hold its value surprisingly well. Some limited edition models even become collector's items. That means if you ever decide to sell, you might walk away with more than you expected. But here's the catch. This only works if you know when to buy and when to sell. Timing is everything. And speaking of timing, if you think about it, the same principles apply to building long-term wealth. That brings me to this. If you're serious about making money work for you instead of the other way around, then you need to understand the power of compounding. That's why I've linked another video right here. Click on it now. And let's talk about how small financial moves today can turn into millions tomorrow. See you there.